Good morning, guys. I hope you folks having a great morning. I'm actually going to be talking about the housing market this morning. I make it I would say I make it interesting for you folks, give you as much details as I possibly can. Once again, today's January 1st, 2026. Obviously, it's a new year. A lot of you guys are sleeping. I hope you guys had a great party last night. I hope you guys had fun. It's the typical thing that people do on New Year's Eve. It is what it is. But anyway, the housing market. The second largest home builder is Lennor in the US, on the North American continent, not just the US, also in Canada. And I really do believe that they're from Canada. They have just slashed their price for their homes by 10% starting the year 2026. This is because no one is buying their houses anymore. They are now sitting on 130 million homes that they're not moving. It's just stagnant, sitting there. So interest rate is down. The Fed's dropped it, signaling what's about to happen in 2026. These prices for these homes are actually going to get even lower, believe it or not. I talk about it on places like my platform like Facebook, X, and so forth. YouTube is another place I talk about these things. If you're not following me on this platform, you guys need to do that. If you're on, it's pretty simple. Mixmaster Excel. That's my username for all of them. I spell it MAXMASTERXL. Find me, follow, and I'll keep you guys updated, especially Facebook. Yes, so 10% of these housing prices has fallen, and it's signaling that by the end of 2026, they are going to go even further down. These home prices are going to fall as much as 25%. Lennor, as I said, their average home right now is around 436,000 for the average home. They literally just took off 40,000, a little over 40 off each of them. They're also signaling that these prices are going to go even down further. It's going to go further down. It's going to go lower. So that is telling me that the financial market for 2026 is going to be interesting. It's going to be a market correction, guys, because these homes are highly inflated. The prices, bear with me, sorry here, they're way overpriced, and this is because of what happened during the pandemic between the year 2021 and 2024. There was a surge on these prices. So basically, what I'm trying to say is that a lot of these homes, actually most of them, pretty much all of them, they're 25% overpriced. I know a lot of people are not going to like what I'm saying because, they're thinking that their homes are going up, especially a $1 million home. $1 million home, 10% of $1 million home is 100,000. 10% of a $2 million home is 200,000. Now, doing the math here, let's just say the person's still staying in the home. And by the end of 2026, the property got even cheaper. It got the price lower, even 25%. $1 million home, 25% of $1 million home is $250,000. That's $250,000. $2 million home, that's $500,000. You see where I'm going with the numbers here. Yes, it's going to be good for home buyers because they're not going to be paying that crazy price for the homes anymore. They're going to be paying the price that is 25% cheaper than the actual price what it was before during the pandemic. So I'm making you guys aware there is a market correction coming because big home builders like Lennor, they can't really sit on the homes like the smaller home builder. They can't do that. They got to move these homes. They're sitting on 130 million homes. They can't. They have to move these homes. So they have to do whatever they need to do to make sure that people are buying these homes. And these are the guys who are basically controlling the housing market. Smaller home builders or a person with one home or two homes that's trying to sell it. If you're competing with a company like Lennor and you have the same size house as what that Lennor has in their complex, if they're selling for 400,000, obviously a buyer is not going to buy yours for 450. They're going to go with the 400,000 as, even though they're the same home, same size, everything. So they dictate the housing market is basically what I'm trying to say to you, because they got most of the homes. It's that simple. Whoever got most of that product dictate the price of that product. It is what it is. It's just simple math. So, letting you know this for for this reason. I just want you guys to brace yourself. If you're looking to sell your homes, I suggest that you try to get it done as quick as possible. I wouldn't sit on it. All right. Or if you're looking to maximize on the equity in your home, I wouldn't sell it. I would sit on it and wait and stay in the house for a couple more years because it's going to drop. But when it drops, the next step for you to do is to go back up again. But as I said before, by the end of 2026, these prices are going to be 25% cheaper than what they were. But at this point, they're now 10%. Every home in America right now, whatever price they're listed at online, whatever, it's actually 10% cheaper. So a $500,000 house is actually now 450,000. This is the information, you guys. This is what's happening. It was so it's kind of interesting because 2 weeks before this happened, guys, which was like the middle of December, the Feds dropped the rate, and I wrote about it on Facebook. I was like, you know what? I see where this is going. This is going into a buyer's market. They're going to literally slash these prices by 25. I did predict 25%, and now I woke up scrolling through a few articles and I saw this. I think it's on Daily Mail. Started explaining what Lennor is doing with their properties and explaining how much properties that they have. And I was like, oh, wow. Well, it makes sense. They literally dictate the market. They're one of the biggest on the North American continent. Not the biggest, but the second biggest one. So with 130 million homes, they just slashed all the prices. 10% cheaper. That's how they're starting 2026. So that dictates to me what's about to unfold. There's a market correction that's coming. It's not just on homes. It's going to be on banks. It's going to be on bonds. It's going to be. I'm not trying to scare people, but at the same time, I got to be transparent. I got to also choose my words correctly because some people would take things the wrong way because they're driven on emotions, not critical thinking. When they hear something they don't want to hear, they don't want to accept it. So emotionally, they get aggressive and they want to push back at you. It doesn't bother me because I already know they're coming from an emotional aspect of things rather than a critical point of view. They're not using their brain. There's no way you be using your brain if you're caught up on emotions. It's not possible. So anyway, I just want you guys to get ready for this. I really do. I want you guys to prepare yourself. And again, if you're looking to buy a home, I wouldn't buy it yet. I would wait probably another year. Because by the end of 2026, I promise you, these homes are going to be 25% cheaper than what they are. But right now, starting the year 2026, Lennor has slashed their prices by 10%, which is come out to an average of close to $50,000. It's going to take a few homeowners that's trying to sell their house to wake up to this idea because they're going to realize, oh my, no one's buying my house. They're not buying your house for $500,000. Why would I buy your 4-bedroom for $500,000? When Lennor is giving me the same size, even newer house for $450,000. It doesn't make any sense. So that single homeowner, they have to automatically adjust to what Lennor is doing. They have no choice because they dictate the prices of homes. Anyway, guys, I hope this information helped. You guys keep having a great new year. Stay blessed, stay safe. Ciao. And I hope this helps someone out there. Thank you.